No, the surgery was miserable, and and of course all the therapy. I knew that therapy was going to hurt because when I broke my wrist and I had therapy on my wrist, I remember how that made me sweat when I was having this, and it hurt so bad. Oh God! When I came out of the cast and they had to bend my hand back
forgot
like
about
that.
that.
Oh gosh, that hurt. I'm not kidding you. I would just almost sweat. It hurt so bad. And my therapist said, I know that it really hurts, but she said, but if we don't do that, you're going to lose motion out of your wrist there.
It just sounds horribly painful.
Well, it's okay now, and I haven't had any trouble with it, so if you have to go through something for a little while, Dusty, then that's okay, because you come out better in the long run. Like, my leg is a lot better now.
That's what I was wondering. Like, if you have to go through a little bit, then wouldn't it be better to do the other knee too once that one gets fully healed?
I'm not doing anything with this knee unless it needs to be.
Tells they hold you at gunpoint and do it, and make you do it.
If my knee got so bad like this one, I wouldn't have a choice. But this knee is not anywhere near like this one, so no. And besides that, I'm getting older too, and surgery's harder on you the older you get.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Although I did really well, and I came through really well, and I came through my therapy wonderfully well. Even my therapist was amazed.
Yeah, you did. You did really good through it.
He was amazed that I could bend my knee as far as
I was shocked that it even happened. I'm like, you fell and it broke your wrist? When you fell on the ice, I was living at the house there, and I was shocked that even happened.
Oh gosh, it was to me too. I just walked around my car and I hit a piece of ice and I just went flip on the concrete there. Ugh. But for goodness sake, this is just like death. There's hardly any movies on here, and if they are, they were movies that came out probably when Mom was a little girl.
Oh, man.
They're not all
Jeez,
bad.
that one lady has a huge face.
Has what?
Huge face.
Yeah, I remember that when we were downtown and Faith probably knew it. I don't remember why that was.
Yeah, because people drive like mad down there, that's why.
I hadn't driven downtown for a long time.
Right.
When I used to work downtown.
You probably drove like they did, if you drove.
No, because I worked catty-corner.
I remember how you used to fly around that little Honda. You was flying around corners.
But I wasn't trying to run into people and cussing at them. Gosh, that lipstick tastes terrible. See, when I worked down there, I worked in the federal building, which was catty corner across the police station. There was the federal building.
Right.
So all I had to do there was go up, I think it was up beside the police station, and get on Locust, and Locust went right to...
Oh, I see.
Right to Northtown. So I really didn't have to drive in the traffic that much at all.
You basically have to go across either the bridge right there on 35. I don't know what, there's not that many ways for them to go from south to north.
I would go down to North Kansas City and go Burlington to downtown. I got off at 8 and something. I went up to 12th, and that's where I worked at. So I didn't have to be in the middle of all the traffic. Because it was a hop and a skip for me.
It took me like an hour to go get a pack of cigarettes today. It was so packed up. I was
today probably was bad, except that I had people come in. The thrift store and tell me that there was hardly anybody out on the roads around here. They said everybody must be staying. Oh my God! And it was very, very slow at the thrift store.
At the what? Oh, at the...
Because I worked this afternoon. And there was not hardly any people in there, really. I had some people come in about 15 minutes before I got off, 15, 20 minutes before I got off, and they bought a fair amount, but not a whole gob. But that was about it. I just had stragglers and
How come you didn't say anything when we went to go out to eat about me driving?
huh?
How come you didn't say anything about the driving when you were going out to eat?
I was thinking, Dusty, you have a really bad temper and you need to stop driving like
I have anxiety. But I don't know what was going on that day that I was driving so crazy.
I know, but I told Angie, I'm going to talk to Dusty before, and if he's going to drive like that, I'm not riding it.
I'm not going to drive like that. I usually drive way, way different than even that. I drive way worse than that normally. But it's not bad driving, it's precise driving. And it's what people can't do usually. They can't fly a plane usually either. Bad driving when you're able to weave through traffic and not touch a single soul and also make room for people to get on the highway. That seems like good driving.
It's dangerous. It causes accidents.
I think people who swerve all around and they have...
names and stuff, I don't want to get the shit beat out of me because you're talking.
No one's going to beat the crap out of you.
Oh, bullshit.
Who?
No, I mean, if you're wising off to somebody...
I'd murder somebody before they let them touch my family. I'd murder them. Murder them.
Hey, I
dead.
don't care because if I'm dead, it won't matter what you do.
You wouldn't even be dead. They would be murdered.
No, but what I'm saying is people...
I have no problem with murdering someone that's going to hurt my family.
Stupid people have road rage things. They don't care what they do.
Well, I care what I do. I just get tired of people doing this whole 20 miles an hour when it's 70 and then blocking people off, not letting people on because they think they're the only ones on the road. Always.
Well,
I'm always letting older people on the road and helping them get into the traffic because they won't do anything. They're just, I'm in my own world. I'm an asshole.
I don't think that's just older people, honey. I think that's a lot.
I said that's other people. I let older people onto the highway. I have to move over and move the lanes over so they can actually get in because people will just go ignore them because they just don't care.
Well, some older people drive like maniacs too, so.
Yeah, you drive like a maniac, miss.
Aunt Patsy doesn't drive very well at all.
She probably drives like Mama.
Dana says she's scared the crap out of me. I know she does. I want to see this movie.
See, like, what I do, I'm very precise, and I pay attention to every single thing on the road, even a rock that we just drove past. No, it's not about being perfect. I wouldn't just take. I would just blindly jump into something. I have to calculate it and see, make sure everything's being right.
That's what cats do.
Right, and that's what some people can do, and that's why my anxiety is there. That's why I have anxiety. That's where it comes from. I pay attention to everything. There's not one iota. This cat's sitting here swiping next to me. The dog's sitting over here waiting for some food. The animal's back here playing on the thing, or they were. There's still one at the bottom, I think.
What do you want, you little poop? I want to see that movie, American Sniper. I will go see
I've never even heard of that.
American Sniper is about Chris Kyle. He was
I don't know who that is.
over in the Middle East.
Oh.
And he could shoot a high-powered rifle just unimaginable lengths and hit the person.
If I practice, I could probably do that.
And he...
But I just...
And when he got out of the service...
It's no fun.
He was helping another serviceman who had come home with PTSD or whatever it is.
Post-traumatic stress disorder?
And, I was trying to say that.
That's exactly, you just said it right.
I was saying the whole time. Anyway, he was helping this man through some tough times, and they went out to the shooting range, which is probably a stupid thing to do.
I'm not watching this, I'm just like looking past everything.
But the guy turned the gun on him and killed him. And everybody was shocked.
Why did he do that?
No right. He said it's because he had that.
So one of his own, like, servicemen?
Yeah, he was out. He had gotten out of the service, Chris had. And he was helping this other one that came home with that post-traumatic. He was helping him and trying to help him adjust back into this life. and they went out to a shooting range where there was a bunch of people out there, probably military heck, I don't know. And anyhow, the guy turned the gun on him, shot and killed him, and everybody was like, well, I know who Chris Kyle is, you don't, but if you knew who he was, it would be like someone that you were very familiar with and had seen and listened to him talk and all this kind of stuff. And then that happens, and he was a very decent man. And I thought, oh, God.
Why were all those 47 kids that got killed out of the college in Mexico? You haven't heard of that?
When was that?
There were 47 kids that were of the college that had posted that they thought that the people in the city were running a drug ring. And they were, and they took the kids and they murdered them all. And they just found the remains of the last ones. I mean, they tore their faces off, they tore their eyeballs out and everything.
That happened in Mexico?
Uh-huh.
Oh, God, I wouldn't go to Mexico.
So Mexico's having a huge upheaval right now.
Yeah, I know that.
People are pissed. They're burning down all their city halls.
I would to Mexico if someone gave me $1 million. That's easy.
And I guess I think their president's going to do something. I mean, your president's part of it, I think.
Oh, I think he probably is, yes.
They're all the leaders there are scumbags.
They're calling for the mayor of New York to resign.
Why?
He needs to resign. Oh, my gosh.
Isn't it Mayor Giuliani?
No, he's been out for a long time because he served his time.
Oh.
This
Giuliani,
mayor,
they all loved, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. Well, he did a lot of good. This guy here, he's... when these two guys were shot, and these two police officers were shot not too many days ago, then he basically was standing on the side of the protesters because his wife is black and he has a mixed child. Not that that should have a damn thing to do with anything. He's not doing what he should be doing. Mm-hmm. Anyway, the police department, they don't like him at all now. They don't like him at all. And when he came to the funeral of those guys that had been shot, they all turned their back on him. He's putting their life in danger because he's not doing anything about the protesting. This protest thing is ridiculous. Do these people honestly understand that this makes people dislike them even more?
What protests? Which ones?
When that Michael...
Yeah, they're having protests because of the fact that there are individual cops that have been murdering people. And so because of that, they're causing an upheaval too, and they're killing innocent cops usually.
They're not just walking around murdering somebody. They call it murdering.
Grandma, there's videos of them just asking them to turn around without even asking for their driver's license, and they shot them in the back of the head.
Okay, well, I'd have to see that, and it'd have to be proven.
Well, the rest of them, have shot him when they hadn't even had nothing on them.
Okay, when that guy shot Michael Brown, he had every right to shoot him.
For what reason?
Because he had shoved the cop back in the car, and there were 2 bullet holes in the car. He was trying to get the cop's gun. There's 2 bullet holes in the gun, in the car, in the police car.
You don't know how to shoot someone in the leg?
Huh?
You don't know how to shoot someone in the leg? It's never anywhere except for the heart and the head.
He didn't shoot him there. He was trying to get his gun and they were wrestling.
I'd have to see what happened or know.
None of the shots in the car hit.
Why did this even escalate to this? What happened here?
Because they're saying, his friend said that he had turned around and had his hands up. That's why they want hands up. I watched the interview with that policeman, and the policeman officer said, no way did he have his hands up. Now, you
don't shoot someone regardless, though. Are they pulling a weapon on you? That's when you shoot. You shoot them in the leg.
There are a couple of witnesses that saw it from the very beginning, and they said that when he told him to stop, he turned around and he put his head down like a bull and started charging the police officer. When you shoot...
Why doesn't he shoot in the leg?
You shoot to kill, Dusty. I learned that when I took that course in...
No, you're not. You're supposed to stop them. You're just supposed to disable them.
That's the way you stop them.
Okay, well, I mean, if you're ever drunk one night and they actually shoot you in the head, then I'll be like...
And he outweighed the police officer by 60 pounds.
Yeah, I can shoot someone in the leg though. You're trained to use a gun correctly.
When I took the concealed weapon course,
You're taking a course on if someone breaks into your house, not if you're a cop and that is your job.
Okay, you need to let me finish. I took this course on concealed carry, and that police officer says when someone comes at you, you shoot to kill.
Yeah, because you're a person. You're not a cop that has to deal with that.
It doesn't matter. It's the same thing.
Grandma, honey. Damn!
Yeah.
Holy crap! She about ripped my whole leg off.
No, she didn't.